Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Farahin binti Zainal Abidin. I am from BA 2424N. Today, I would like to explain about measure of dispersion. First, we need to know what is standard deviation. Standard deviation is a statistic that measures the dispersion of a data set relative to its mean and is calculated as the square root of the variance. There are two types of standard deviation, which is population and sample. For the standard deviation of population, in Excel, we use the formula of equal STDEV.P data range, and this is the formula for standard deviation of population. For standard deviation of sample, in Excel, we use the formula of equal STDEV.S data range, and this is the formula for standard deviation of sample. Next is coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is a statistical measure of the dispersion of data points in a data series around the mean. Coefficient of variation represents the ratio of the standard deviation to the mean, and it is a useful statistic for comparing the degree of variation from one data series to another, even if the means are drastically different from one another. So this is the formula for coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation equals to standard deviation divided by mean. Last is outlier. Outlier are data values that differ greatly from the majority of a set of data. Outlier is an observation that lies an abnormal distance from other values in a random sample from a population. So these are outlier formula: lower outlier and higher outlier. Detecting outlier is this score. Outlier is an extremely large or extremely small data value relative to the rest of the data set. It may represent a data entry error, or it may be genuine data. So these are outliers, negative and positive outlier. Now, let's do some calculation. In this Excel, we need to calculate the standard deviation for cost per order and epitome. For standard deviation cost per order, the formula is equal STDEV.S cost per order column, Ctrl Shift arrow down and enter. For the epitome, equal STDEV.S epitomes column, Ctrl Shift arrow down and enter. So you got the answer. For the coefficient of variation, we need to calculate the standard deviation first. Equal STDEV.S cost per order column, Ctrl Shift arrow down and enter. For the mean, equals AVE average cost per order column, Ctrl Shift arrow down and enter. For the coefficient of variation, the formula is equal standard deviation divided by mean and enter. For the number of observations, we use the basic Excel function, which is count function. Observation column, Ctrl Shift arrow down and enter. For the variance, the formula is sum of squared deviation divide in bracket number of observation minus 1 close bracket enter. We also can use the Excel bars function equal VARS cost per order column, Ctrl Shift arrow down and enter. So we got the same answer. For the z-score, we also need to calculate the standard deviation first. Equal STDEV.S Cost per order column, Control Shift arrow down and enter. For the mean, equal AVE average. Cost per order column, Control Shift arrow down and enter. To calculate the z-score, we use the formula of bracket cost per order minus mean F4 in between close bracket divide by standard deviation F4 in between, enter. To get all the answer, you need to double click at the bottom of the box. We also can use the Excel function to calculate the z-score. The formula is standardized cost per order, comma, mean, comma, and standard deviation, cost, close bracket, F4 in between the mean and also standard deviation, enter. So double click to get all the answer. You get the same answer. Lastly, to check whether your answer is correct or not, you can use the descriptive statistic summary. Go to data, data analysis, descriptive statistic, click OK. Input range, you choose the column that we used just now, cost per order and epitomes column, Control Shift arrow down. Tick the column, tick label inference row. For the output range, choose the box that you want. So I choose here. Click summary statistic. Click OK. And here are the summary. You can check the standard deviation. The answer are the same. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching.